Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. I'm going to go and take a shower and get to bed. It's actually a little later than I expected to stay up, but my dad also does not have work tomorrow. A snowstorm that we're supposed to get. I think I told you guys we're supposed to get like a snowstorm tomorrow, and it's supposed to be like a big one. I think it's supposed to be 6 to 8 inches, maybe something like that. So I mean, not huge, but it's supposed to be like kind of big. Then we're supposed to get snow though, I think continuing until Saturday. And then though, I heard that like we're supposed to get another big snowstorm though as well, like probably a few inches, whereas like the other days might just be like flurries and like that kind of stuff. But like consistently we're supposed to have snow like tomorrow 9 a.m. which is when I think it's supposed to start, until Saturday. And you know, like I said, some type of consistent snowstorm or at least snowfall. But it sounds like possibly, from what I saw, maybe there's 2 like actual storms though, and one is supposed to be tomorrow starting at 9 in the morning. So my dad was like, well, I could go into work like tomorrow. Like he talked with his boss and stuff like that, and he was like, I could go into work tomorrow and then just like around like 9 o'clock or like, you know, 10 o'clock start to see like, is it getting really bad? Like, should we just take a half day kind of thing? And then they were just like, let's just not come in, you know, because even though like my dad said like work has still been really good, normally the winter like it is a little bit slower, but like summer is, I think summer is like my dad's busiest time because he works at a university. Well, a lot of his work, a good large portion of it, is at a university campus. So like when the kids are off of school is when they tend to, you know, have like, they can get into like, you know, places and things like that, like classrooms and stuff like that that aren't occupied during the school year. So that's why the like in the winter too, it's just things are a little bit slower. Some of the stuff too that like they could do outside, they sometimes can't really do outside, or again, whatever it is. So like he does have sometimes a little bit slower in the winter time. And so he was telling me, he was like, they could, you know, like still go in, see how it is, and then take a half day, or just, you know, again, like not. So again too, because in addition to that though, I'm not sure if the campus that my dad normally is working at is going to be closed for tomorrow or not. And Jack should have school actually, I think tomorrow. I think he has Mondays and Wednesdays. I think he has like in class like classes, but and then I think he has like one, I don't know, he's got a couple different, he has class on Friday and on Sunday. Like, who has a class on Sunday? Apparently my brother does. And so like it has made things kind of difficult too, even like for those are the ones aren't in like in-person classes though. I think it's like an online or hybrid or something like that. But yeah, he has like classes on Sunday and Fridays. But I think his Sunday class though, I don't know if that's started yet or not. Anyways though, he does have, I know, class on Mondays because he had it yesterday, and I think on Wednesday. So I don't know if he has class or not, but I know the high schools are currently like in an e-learning day, and I think even like the elementary school stuff like that, they are already planning on not having school because again to when like the time is. I remember though there was one year where we went to school and then they were like, everybody was like, oh, we're not gonna have school tomorrow, we're not gonna have school, like they're gonna cancel it. And I remember like a lot of other schools, somewhat, again maybe in the area or whatever, they did end up not having school, like they canceled or canceled school like the night before, you know, the morning of or whatever. And then our school though decided to still have like class, and they ended up giving us a half day in the middle of the day, like because they were like, oh no, the storm actually got way worse than we thought it was going to be. And I remember that day specifically, there was like no snow on the ground. I was wearing a skirt and I was wearing flats, and there was, like I said, this horrible snowstorm. My dad went to go came to pick me up because I think he had gotten off of work early again. It was like one of those things where he took a half day. He ended up getting off work early, ended up coming to come and pick me up. It was really weird because the high school, the elementary schools, and then Jack, which was in preschool at the time, he was in like an early learning like preschool class. They also like had like, everybody had different release times, but like everybody was right like near like the same time, whereas like in a regular school day, like everybody's actually kind of spaced out. Everybody doesn't get out at the exact same time. Like I think the high school gets out at 3 o'clock, the elementary schools get out at like maybe 2:45, and I almost want to say the middle school maybe gets out earlier than that. But then like Jack had like an early learning like kindergarten, or not kindergarten, I think he was in preschool actually at the time, and his got out like only a little bit before the high school, but thankfully it was like right down the street from the high school. Well, that day though, my dad came to come and pick me up first. Like that was my freshman year of high school, and he came to come and pick me up. I think, no, maybe it was my junior year. Actually, I think it was my senior year. And he came to come and get me, and then he was like, I can't wait, I have to go pick Jack up, because like obviously it's more important that he goes and picks up the little child first that like doesn't have access to a cell phone or anything like that. Like I had my phone with me, so I was able to like call my dad, and I was like, okay, and I was like, but like it was like mass chaos there, like all the like the parking and like stuff like that. So thankfully my friend's dad was able to like, she was like, do you need a ride? Because I was like, literally too, I saw my dad as he was leaving like the parking lot, and I was like, oh, there he goes. I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to wait until like after he goes and gets my little brother to then come and pick me up, because like I said, Jack was probably in preschool at the time. And so he's like driving away, I literally see him going down the street towards like Jack's school, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna wait here. And the snow is coming down, like it's like snow raining, kind of like sleets, like it was really bad. My friend was like, do you want me to see if my dad can take you home? And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Well, he had like this big giant truck, and again, told you guys what I was wearing earlier in the day, because there was no snow on the ground, but already there was like several inches, like it was probably past like my ankles at this point. And so I'm wearing a skirt and flats. Well, I get out of his giant truck and jump down, and I am like in the snow, because like our driveway hadn't been shoveled yet too, like when he ended up like dropping me off in our driveway, and he was able to like drive through the snow, because she's like, we'll be good, like he's got a truck and everything like that. And I was like, awesome. And yeah, then I get out, and like I'm like, it was probably like I said, like past like my close to my calves at that point. Like it had come down really fast. So yeah, that was I ended up, my feet were completely like freezing cold, and like I said, I had flats on, no socks, no nothing. Like yeah, it wasn't a very good day, but that was because they decided to still have us have school, and then they were like, oh no, quick, we got to get all the kids home because there's so much snow now. And it was like more chaotic trying to get out of that than like just a regular like snow day, or like had they had us go through the entire rest of the day or something. Like it was chaos. But I remember, like I said, got home and just had really cold feet afterwards. But anyways, I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe.